Sometimes when you're foraging for apples and you can't reach the best ones because you haven't got a ladder, you have to just accept ones that have fallen on the ground, doing it easier to get to. Yes, they might be a little bit battered and bruised, but you can sift through them and find some pretty decent ones, especially if you're just going to use them for what I'm going to use them for, which is to slice them up into thin slices and then dry them and use them as apple crisps, a nice sweet healthy snack. This is a hawthorn tree. I'm just going to gather some haw-berries. These are some common puffballs, but they're very much matured. You can see the insides have kind of opened up, that holes have appeared in them, and it's all looking very yellowy, browny and dusty, and that's because they've gone to spore. They're no longer a lovely clean white inside, and so you definitely do not want to eat any puffballs unless they are a lovely white inside. And when they do go like this, you need to be very careful not to breathe in the spores, so do not start picking them up and puffing the spores into your face, because the spores of puffballs can cause a lung disease. So down here, hiding amongst the debris, are some wood blewits. Some of them have been eaten or are rotting away. Some of them are very much covered up by grass or leaves, but some of them are in decent condition, so I'll probably take at least a couple of them. I've done a video on the wood blewits before, so I won't go into the details of how to identify it and so on, but it's a lovely mushroom, gourmet mushroom, toxic raw but safe to eat when it's cooked. And although the bluey colours, the lovely blue violet colours, do fade with age, you can still make out some of the lovely bluey colours. Just walked up the hill here and been greeted by a big patch of snowy wax caps. They're very small mushrooms, as you can see, but they make up for that because you do often find them in big quantities, like here. This is just one patch of, I'm sure, many in this field. Some wax caps can be quite rare, but the snowy wax cap is one of the more common wax caps, and so I have no issues harvesting a few of these as well. These are some meadow puffballs, but again, they're too far gone. Definitely not white inside. They've got holes in them. Down here, we've got the amethyst deceiver. There's actually loads of them, so I'll pick a few. Very common mushroom, lovely purple colour, although it does fade a little bit with age, as you can see. I don't see that very often. Raspberries in November. It's coming on nicely. So here are the results of my foraging from earlier. First of all, we have some wild apples. I've also got some sloes there, which I'm going to use to make sloe gin, and I'm going to use another batch that I got to go into the fruit leather. I've then got some amethyst deceiver mushrooms, some wood blewit mushrooms, and some snowy wax caps. That's just going to be eaten today with my meal later on. And then I've got some haw berries from the hawthorn tree. They are going to be used in my fruit leather.